Today we talk about complementing our Wing Chun training. Hey, welcome to Practice Wing Chun, where we discuss Wing Chun and answering training related questions. My name is Edgar, and this is episode 112 of Practice Wing Chun. Today we talk about complementing our Wing Chun training. When I first started Wing Chun, I had trouble with two things. First, understanding how to control my movements, and two, how to exert my power. From my experience, Wing Chun was the first time I had to use my body to do multiple things at once. I had to block, strike, and shift all at the same time. It sounds simple to say and even simple to do now, but when I first started, it was just a struggle and it just hurt my brain trying to figure it all out. I realized when I was going through the movements, I was trying to do them chronologically, meaning I would tance up first, then strike, then shift. I figured out how to batch my movements together instead. And I did this by taking a step back to look at all the common movements involved. What I noticed was the direction I was moving. So I knew that if I was going to do a left tansao, I knew I was going to shift towards my left. So now all I had to think about was striking with my free hand. So now that I knew whichever way I was shifting, I knew that that was also the same arm I used to defend. And with my free hand, I know that's for striking. After discovering this, I started practicing my other techniques that had multiple movements the same way by batching the movements together. And I would practice these techniques on my own, at home, and just repeating them over and over and over and over again until they became part of my muscle memory. Now, for exerting power, this is something that I'm still working on. And when I say power, I don't just mean the strength behind a strike, but I also mean the force behind stepping in and the stability when I'm rooting. When I used to step in with a strike, I would end up collapsing into my opponent, so my structure is gone. And when they came back to return the strike and they stepped in on me, I would be knocked off balance, whether I shifted or not. The best thing that has helped me so far is strength training. I follow the Strong Lifts 5x5 program. You can Google it for more information. And what I think that helped me the most are the squats and deadlifts. Both of these exercises are heavy lifts, but they work out my entire body and, more importantly, my core. I believe my core is what gives me the power to stay grounded and also what helps me generate power behind my strikes. I'm sure there are other ways to go about it, but so far this has been what's worked for me. So these were the two things that I learned to overcome and I continue to work on. That being said, I can't assume that we learn the same way. For some people, everything may come naturally. For others, we have to work for it. I've shared what has helped me, so tell me about your experience. My question for you is there anything that you do to complement your Wing Chun training? If so, let me know what it is in the comments. With that being said, a new year is coming. I just want to thank you and everyone that's been following me this year and exchanging ideas. This is the reason why I started Practice Wing Chun. I'm just so happy that I was able to connect with you. And if you haven't already, feel free to comment or email me. For 2017, I'll continue to work on Practice Wing Chun and figuring out the best way to connect with you. Whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, email, or on practicewingchun.com, I plan to spend more time creating content. This is the last episode of Practice Wing Chun of this year. I hope you have had a great year. As always, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and until next time, keep training.